G'day guys, this is Etienne from Party Bros. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown on how a slushy machine works and the important steps to follow to ensure that it freezes up properly and that there are no problems on the day of the event. Okay guys, so next I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of very important steps to make sure the slushy machine runs smoothly. So first of all, the surface area. If you have a table or a counter, please make sure that it's very sturdy and strong, because a double barrel weighs about 50 kilograms and a triple barrel weighs about 60 kilograms. So next is power. You need to make sure that the extension cord, if you use one, that you're running the machine on is 10 meters or less. And then another thing is other appliances. So if you plug in another machine or any sort of equipment that has a heating element into the same extension cord or same plug point as the one that this machine is running on, it can actually damage the machine. Okay, then space around the machine. There needs to be enough space around the machine for it to run smoothly. So if you can make sure that there's about a meter on both sides and on the back of the machine, that would be wonderful as well. Okay, in terms of direct sunlight, we always make sure that our machines are in the shade, as direct sunlight can also damage the machine, and also it can cause the machine to slush much slower than it should. Generators, we also don't allow our machines to be run on generators, as this can also cause problems and possibly damage the machine. And then lastly is the mix that you put into the machine. So we've had clients before that just threw water into the machine without powder, and that can also cause damage. So please make sure to always mix the powder and the water first, and then that's your mix for the machine. Okay guys, so just a quick one. A lot of the times when we deliver these machines, especially on bumpy roads, these barrels can actually clip out. And the problem is, if the client doesn't see that, and our guys maybe miss it as well, when you throw your mix in, it will literally all run out and it will be on the floor, and it's just going to be a disaster. So please, if you could just come closer. So I just took this barrel off for the just to give you guys a better idea of what the machine looks like inside. So you've got your turner here, and as you can see, if it's not in properly, it actually pushes out like that. So firstly, make sure that it's all the way in, as so. And then the seal, rubber seal here at the back, must also be on all the way, just like that. Okay, and then thirdly, you'll see when you put the barrel back on, it just slides in like that, and then you hold one hand at the back of the machine and one at the front like this, and you just push down like that, and it clips in. So you can see it's slipped in like so. Okay guys, we're quickly going to run through mixing normal slushy powder. Not cocktail slushy mix, that is different from slushy powder, so we'll send you a different video if you have cocktail mix. But firstly, let's start with that, and then we'll run through the settings of the slushy machine. So first of all, we usually give our clients these plastic barrels to mix the powder in. So what you're going to do is you're going to fill all of the barrels that you have to 11 liters of water. Normal water is fine. And then you're going to throw in 1 packet of slushy powder into that. Then you're going to close it up and shake it very well to make sure that all the sugar is dissolved properly. Okay, then after that you can take this off the cap of the machine, open the lids, and throw your mix into the machine. Please ensure that you don't throw it over the max line that is indicated on the machine as well. Okay, cool. So the next thing is the settings of the machine. So I'm just going to switch the machine on like this. Okay, if a machine arrives without one of the barrels turning, you'll see this one just stopped. All you need to do is please go to the side of the machine and press the button, then it will start turning. Okay. Then, going on to the temperatures of the machine. Please ensure that A, B, and C are all on 9 degrees Celsius. So when you press it, you'll see it's 9. All of them are on 9 degrees. If, for example, it was on 11 or 3, you just keep on pressing it until it's on 9 degrees. And then the same with the snowflake setting. Please ensure that it's the LED next to the snowflake is on. So if it was maybe on that or there, you'll just press it until it's on the snowflake setting. Okay, after that the machine should be running very smoothly, and after about 2 hours of wait time, the slushies should be 100%. A machine can either overfreeze or underfreeze. So firstly, going back to the temperatures, that is the most important step when it comes to overfreezing or underfreezing. If your machine is not on 9 degrees Celsius, if it's on 3 degrees, it's going to overfreeze, and if it's on 11, it's not going to freeze up properly. So please start with checking your temperatures, and then also the snowflake setting. If it's not on the snowflake setting, it's also not going to freeze up. Okay, another reason why mix could overfreeze is because you didn't add enough water to the mix. So that will cause overfreezing. And underfreezing could also be that you added too much water when mixing your powder. So please make sure that when you mix it, that it's all properly done. Okay, and then if you maybe rented more than one machine from us, it's very important to ensure as well that there's actually more than a meter of space in between them. Because how these vents work is it pulls air and it pushes out hot air. So if you have another machine, for example, here, it's going to be pulling in the hot air from this machine, and that is a massive problem. So please ensure that there's enough space between two machines. If for any other reason the machine overfreezes, and it can be any of the previous reasons that I mentioned, the best solution that we have to this is taking one of your empty barrels that you used, draining all of the mix into the barrel. You'll see that there will obviously be some ice, and then maybe just put this mixture in the sun, or let it just settle a bit, so that the turner of the machine, the cylinder, can actually melt a bit, so all of the ice can come loose, and then you can afterwards throw the mix back in, and maybe even put that barrel, so this is barrel B and this is barrel A, maybe put it on 11, so just to start off with. And if you see that the machine is then running smoothly, you can eventually put it back on 9.